Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and today we're going to be trying out a few things that I got off Amazon. So I got this Gershion, about a nice green nail that does something to me. Now this one was also kind of like a minty one like the first one. It's just like a bit lighter, and it's okay. I mean, it's really pretty, but I felt like they kind of repeated the color there because they look pretty much the same, just one is a little bit lighter. Now this one here I'm about to swatch is my absolute favorite out of all of them. This is the kind of olive green that I go for when I do anything with like an olive green. It's not really olive either. It is like a green, but it's so pretty. And then this dark green here is absolutely gorgeous as well. So it came with a good variety of green polishes, and that's what I was looking for. Just trying to do just something random. This set really wasn't thought out. It was just really random, and so I just went with it. But all of the greens that came with it look wonderful, and this is them with a second coat and top gel. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into today's set. So I did my prep off camera, and for this set, the only thing I did for prep was what I normally do. I just went ahead and roughed up the surface of my natural nail. I use base gel to apply on these XXL Square tips from Couture. And I'm not real sure why he calls them XXL because they're not that long, but they're a good length. And then I did rough up the surface of these tips, and I'm going in with base coat gel that I'll cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So for today's design, I decided to put a nude background on all of my nails. So I'm going in with this Gershion Polygel, and I'm going to do my normal routine of squeezing the polygel the length of the nail. Then I will go ahead and just pat that polygel evenly around the nail. And using slip solution, once the nail is fully covered, I do go ahead and smooth and level everything out. So with this Gershion Polygel, I can say the consistency is pretty okay. It's in between. So it's not really firm and it's not really soft. It's right in between, and it's a really good polygel from what I can tell. I do look forward to trying other kits from them and just like reviewing other kits from them with different colors and things like that. But my first take on it is it's a pretty nice consistency, and it was very easy to work with. So everyone has seen me apply polygel if you've been watching my channel. I will have a lot of more videos with it, but for this video I kind of wanted to focus on my nail art I'll be doing. So I just did the one nail on camera kind of to show my routine, and did the rest off camera. But once I got them all set, I did cure in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then I did file shape and buff off camera as well. And if you would like me to leave in at least a nail to show how I file shape and buff, I can do that. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the design for today. So I wanted to incorporate all of these greens, and for this first nail, the thumb, I'm going to go in and just make a line of each of the greens going down the middle of that nail. It was something that I saw just floating around on Instagram. No particular person, because I've seen it more than once, and I just wanted to go with it and try it, because right now with my nail art I'm trying to focus on making straight lines, basically just to get in the groove, making sure to get comfortable with this brush. And the brush I'm using is McCart's Nail Art brush in a number 1. It is a go-to for me, and it absolutely works wonderfully. So in between each color, I am using my flashy from Couture, and I'm just flash curing for about 10 to 15 seconds, just so the colors don't move or shift when I'm going into the next color. And I just do this line down the center using every one of the greens, so 6 lines down the center. And once I get all 6 lines set, I do go ahead and cure them all in the lamp for 60 seconds. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I would like to thank everyone who does take their time to watch my videos. I appreciate you all so much. And to anyone that is subscribed, just know that I do appreciate you so much. And I have a lot of love for you all, because there is a lot of faithful people on my page. And I just hope to grow stronger and learn more, because I am still beginning and learning. But I appreciate you all very much. So my index is one of my favorite fingers. I'm taking the first mint green, the second mint green color, so the lighter one, and I'm just making just a funny, funky line across the top of my nail, and then I'll do the same thing towards the cuticle, make just a funky, squiggly line. And then once I get those lines set and I like them, I do go ahead and use my brush and just color in those dots that I create on the nail. And then once they're all colored in, I do go ahead and cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. And off camera on my index, I do go in with a second coat and cure that as well for 60 seconds. Now on my middle finger, I'm going in and I'm doing like a rainbow effect with all 6 of the greens in the top left corner of my middle finger. And so I start with the very first mint green, so I'm kind of going in order as they were in the box. And each time I place down a line, I do use my flashy and flash cure them for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then I also go in on the bottom right side of that same nail and do another rainbow green going up, back up the nail, you'll see. But in between each of the greens, like I said, I use my flashy and just freeze cure that for about 10 to 15 seconds. And once I get the full nail complete with that rainbow effect I'm looking for, I do cure my nail in the big lamp for 60 seconds. So I go back to my index and I'm now placing random dots into the cured gel. And so I'm basically using every other green besides the mint greens, obviously. And I'm just making random dots. So I'm doing some smaller, some bigger. And I'm just going to use every other green and make dots all over the mint green part of those nails. And then I'll cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. And I think this nail came out absolutely cute. And so for my ring finger, I'm doing the same thing I did on my index, just like a different type of line. So I'll make it a little, just like a same funky line, but try to do something a little bit different on this one. And I'm using the very darkest green as the background on this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and make those squiggly lines on the right top side and then the left bottom side. And once I get them set, like, and colored in, I do cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then for this nail as well, I did the same thing as far as taking all of the other greens and just making random dots all over the dark green areas of the nails. And these two, the index and the ring, were my absolute favorite. I'm gonna have to go and look for the photo that was my inspiration for this, but I felt like I wanted to, and I should have probably did all my nails like this because they are my absolute favorite. They turned out super cute. But once I got all of my dots placed how I wanted, I did cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then for my pinky, I take the first 3 greens and I go diagonally across that nail. In between each of the greens, I do go ahead and cure with my flashy. And then I do go across the other way diagonally with the other 3 greens, making diagonal lines that way. So kind of making an X of sorts. I don't know, it was just something I wanted to do, but kind of making an X of sorts. And in between each of the colors, I cure in the lamp for, in between each of the colors, I use the flashy lamp for Nail Couture for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then I do go ahead and once I get all the lines set, I cure in the lamp, in the big lamp, for 60 seconds. So a tip I can give about nail art that I'm sure you've all heard before is you really have to have a very steady hand in order to make straight lines or good lines. And then with how I feel on this gel polish, the ViShine, it's a nice gel polish. It can be one coat coverage if you're doing it correctly. Only thing I didn't like, what I noticed, is when I was flash curing sometimes in certain areas, it would like ripple up the gel polish. So for this one, I say it's best to fully cure and maybe not flash cure, or maybe if it's like a thin layer you're flash curing, because on the nails where I did like lines, so for instance my thumb and my middle finger, when I did like the rainbow effect and I flash cured, it rippled. But other than that, it's good quality, I guess, for the price. So now I'm going in on my middle finger with my Cart's nail rhinestone glue. I'm just going to put a glob there. So as you can see, I kind of have a rhinestone pattern put to the side, but I mean, I wasn't really even sure about this because, like I said, I'm not real good with rhinestone placements yet. So basically, I just set dark green rhinestones in the middle. I used a super cute heart, and all of these rhinestones I got off Amazon as well, and I will link them down below. But if you notice, like, I don't like my rhinestones facing the way they're facing. As you can see, like, the heart is like facing towards me. I like my heart turned the other way. So lo and behold, I set down this whole pattern, and then I went to cure, and I was looking at the nails, and I was like, oh, this design is pretty cute, but it was backwards. So I ended up taking that whole thing off and just placing it the reverse way. Nonetheless, I do think that it came out super cute. Once I got everything set, I did cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. So if you notice here, I did go ahead, like I said, and I just reversed and turned all those rhinestones around. And now I'm going to go in on my ring finger with just a line of the McCart nail rhinestone glue. And I'm just going to place a line of green rhinestones. So I'll use a super huge peridot one in the middle. And I think that green is super, super pretty, which is why I incorporated it. And then I have two darker green stones and another peridot at the end. And I do that on both sides of the nail. And once I get that set, I do cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. This nail, the ring fingernail design is my absolute favorite nail. Before I do cure 2, I make sure to wipe off any excess gel that may have been built up around it and then cure. I missed the whole clip, guys, of me top coating my nail. I'm so sad. That's like my favorite part. But I did get some new Kira Sky lavender cuticle oil, and I absolutely love Kira Sky. This cuticle oil smells wonderful and it works great. And so now you see me going ahead and just moisturizing my cuticles. And here's my finished set. I love green. It's something about green, different types, that just does something for me. And this nail set came out so beautiful to me. I did get an outside view of this set as well, and I'm super excited about that. I think my nail art is getting stronger and better, being that I'm able to do my left hand, my right hand with my left hand. That says a lot for me because I'm not left-handed, and so I'm super proud of myself, and I just hope to continue to grow as far as nail art goes. But let me know what you think of my nail set down below, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you so much. Much love.